Hey treasures, welcome back to my channel.
Ain't nobody realer. Sex is like a drug.
So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about my terrible birthday party. Now, last year I told my birthday party from like a few years ago, and since my birthday had just passed about like 3 weeks ago, I'm going to be telling you guys about my birthday party that was last year and why I am honestly never planning anything ever again. I'm never celebrating it properly. I am never inviting people to it. It's just a whole thing, and you'll see why. So, like I said, this was last year, and don't ask why I'm doing the accent. I really don't know. But so I was turning 26. Now, I have a twin brother. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he has been on this channel before. If you're like an OG subscriber, I have that video linked down below. But anyways, so I have a twin brother, and the cool and the best thing about me and him being twins is the fact that one, it's a boy because I don't think I survive, and two, me and him have different birthdays. So we're basically just the best twins ever. My birthday is September 25th and his is September 26th. Now, because of that, my champagne birthday was the year prior when obviously I turned 25. And so his champagne year was the last year when he turned 26. Do you get where I'm going with this? As we got older and we started taking our birthday into our own hands, I was the planner. Like every year, because I had a best friend at the time that had her birthday around the same time as mine, her and I, as soon as like it was like August, we were like, okay, what are we gonna do for our birthday? And her and I would plan our birthdays out. And because obviously he's my twin brother, my brother was always like, okay, so what are we doing? And he would just ask me what was up and basically like where did I need to be, what time is it gonna start. So the last year it was like, okay, I'm gonna plan my birthday. And I remember it was like about like June, because I like to do it about June to just see where his head's at. So it was June, and I remember asking him, like, what do you want to do? You know, it's your champagne year, like, this year, like, let's make it about you a little bit more. And he was like, I have no plans. And I was like, that's not gonna work for me. You need to have plans. It's your champagne year. Like, no. There's no way in hell I was gonna let him pass this up, basically. As we're going on, whatever, and I'm asking him what he wants to do, he's not really giving me much, and he's just like, I don't really have any plans. And I just took that in my head, and I was like, you know what, fine. And I was like, there's no way I'm gonna let him pass this birthday up, right? It's his champagne year. He is my entire world. There's no way in hell. So I started getting in my head that I'm going to do a surprise birthday party. So doing a surprise party or planning any party, there's like 4 main things you need to do, which is 1, the guest list, 2, where is it gonna be, 3, theme, 4, food and drinks, entertainment. So thinking about all that stuff, and I was like, okay, I know the guest list pretty much, I know food and drinks pretty much, but I don't know where the hell this shit's gonna be at. And then I started looking at like pricing, because I wanted it to have such like super nice like decor, and like I am sure you guys know where you're seeing like, oh, those like lit up numbers a lot at people's parties and stuff like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll have it like here. But they were so cool, and I wanted to have that. Like I needed to have it. If that was not gonna happen, I was not gonna have a party. So I was like trying to look for them on Facebook Marketplace, looking for people that did it. And the numbers for that, the pricing for that, expensive. And renting it for even like 2 hours was literally like $300. I was like, no. And then I wanted to have like the balloon arches, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will have it here again. And so I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be really expensive. I need to get some more people on board. So I started to talk to my brother's girlfriend, and I was like, here's the idea for my brother's birthday party. I want to do a surprise party. Like, do you want to join in on this? Like, let me know, because I'm gonna need some help planning it. And she was like, yeah, for sure. So her and I took the reins, and basically we were like the co-planners. And so I told her my ideas, then we were discussing like numbers back and forth, and basically her and I planned the party, and we had the perfect location was gonna be her house. So thank God she's like a gorgeous house. So anyways, we ended up getting everyone there, and she ended up like inviting his friends, and I was inviting like obviously my friends and like my family. And the shittiest part about this was the fact that it was going to have to be on my actual birthday. His surprise party was going to have to be on the 25th because the 26th that year happened to be a Sunday and he worked, and there's no way in hell he was going to take it off. So it was like basically me being the best sister ever by giving up the right to make everything about me and just making it about him 2 days in a row, basically, because there was no other time that I could have this damn party. So I was like, okay, I'll do it for love. I'll do it. I end up, doing it on the 25th. And so basically what had happened was the morning of, I had slept over at her house, and we were basically just waiting for the numbers to get in and the person that did like the balloon arch to get in. And so we were setting it up, we're setting everything up, like cleaning up and like blowing balloons, like having a bunch of decoration for like the downstairs where like we're gonna chill out, and then like upstairs where like more people were gonna hang out. And because it was a surprise party, we wanted to make it all decorative. It was a lot of work and a lot of moolah, okay? And I really thought that having another party planner with me was going to like ease it, but it didn't. It was still expensive as hell. After the initial shock and him being shocked, and he was very grateful, thank you Jesus, I had a little bit of run-ins, so let's talk about those. The first problem was that none of my friends were able to make it. Do you want to know why? Because my workplace was having a party that no one was allowed to book off. And I remember telling my friends, like, book off from now. Like, when I was planning in June, I'm like, there is going to be a party. Don't you worry about that. Book off my birthday. Please book it off. And they're like, oh, yeah. Did they book it off? Of course not. So I was just like, no one booked it off. And so they all wanted to start booking it off. Literally, my birthday was a Saturday. They wanted to start booking it off that Tuesday during that week. It doesn't work like that in any workplace. So I was like, you are joking it off. And at that point in time too, the restaurant was staying open later. So the restaurant was open until about 1:30 to 2 o'clock a.m. So none of my friends were pretty much able to make it at all. And then I had some other friends that I remember asking, like, oh, are you guys going to come? Are you going to come? I had this one friend that I thought, like, her and I were cool. Her and I were Gucci. Like, I thought that was, like, my girl. And I remember telling her, like, she didn't work at my workplace anymore. I'm asking if she could come. And she's like, I think I can make it, but I'm not too sure. And I was just thinking in my head, like, even if these people wanted to just show out for me because, you're my friends, and you kind of know the situation that I can't have a lot of my friends come because they're mandatory to work. You can't just show up for me for like a little bit at all, really, seriously. And so I remember the day of, she told me, yeah, I'll be able to make it. I just don't have a car right now. And I was like, honestly, I was so desperate. I was like, I will book you an Uber to get here. Like, I don't care. I need people to be here that's like not just my brother's friends and like my family. I need friends here. And literally messaging her, when I sent her that message, she left me on red. And I was like, this is a fucking... Anyways, so then I remember I was trying to reach out to my best friend because my best friend, love of my life, loved her. That was my baby. I remember telling her in August because I actually took her as a date to my sister's wedding. My sister's second wedding. And I remember telling her about like all my plans and everything like that. And I was like, girl, like obviously I wasn't even saying to her, you better be there, because I was like, she's my best friend. Obviously she's going to be there. There was no question. There was a question. Ended up sending a group chat to all my friends and telling them like, the party's here. This is what's going to be happening. This is bring your own liquor. Yada, yada, yada. There's going to be liquor there, but like bring your own. Let's get litty. Like, let's have fun. And people replied in it, but then she never replied. So I remember I messaged her on that Tuesday and I was like, hey, I haven't really heard from you. I haven't really gotten any confirmation. Like, are you coming? Are you going to bring your boyfriend? What's going on? And she messages me back I sent this message the Friday before and I got nothing from her. And so she messages me back after I sent her the message on the Tuesday, and she tells me, hey, I have other plans. I'm not coming. This was my best friend for 2 years. And by best friend, I mean like her and I would have like dates together. Her and I like talked about everything together. And I mean like everything. She was like one of my best friends. And I thought vice versa. But honestly, just no bitch ever. Never told me, oh, I'll make it up to you. She never even gave me the common courtesy to be like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like earlier on, like, oh, like, are you doing something for your birthday, just to confirm with me before she made plans to do anything else? And honestly, regardless of any of that, it's just like, you've been my best friend for 2 years. My birthday never changed for those 2 years. Why would you make plans on my birthday? And if there was plans that you couldn't get out of, why couldn't you make it work? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what? Like, obviously I was not going to end this party at 10 p.m. So why couldn't you do all of your events and have everyone together and you just spend an hour with me latest? Why not? Why couldn't you do that? I'm not understanding why that couldn't be something that could happen. And so it just made me think like, okay, I'm done. I was done with the friendship because before that, prior to that, that's a whole other story. So let's just move on. So I lost my best friend. None of my other friends could make it. It was looking pretty sad. To me, honestly, was just the fact that I remember I was getting ready, and like I said, I had slept at my brother's girlfriend's house. So obviously we could wake up early and just like get the decorating done. And I remember I had packed my stuff and I just forgot to bring like a few makeup items. And I remember I called my mom and my sister to bring it over to me because the party was starting and I was not even finished getting ready. And yes, I wasn't the guest of honor, but like it was still my birthday that day. And so I remember that I was told that I was going to have to wait because they had to get ready. And it was honestly one of like the most like earth-shattering things. Like if it was about me and this party was for me, it would have been canceled 10 times over. Like I would have canceled it when everyone was mandated to work. I would have canceled it when my best friend had so much more other plans, like the straw that broke the camel's back, when it was just like, yeah, you're gonna have to wait. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to wait when I'm the guest of honor basically for my birthday. I'm gonna have to wait for you to get ready when you could just bring it over here and get ready here. But you're gonna make me wait when no one cares about you. Like, you're gonna make me wait though. It was just one of those things where I was like, wow, I really don't matter. So what is the point? Like I said, I am never planning another party ever, ever again. If I make any new friends, I'm going to send them this damn video and tell them, do not make me the maid of honor. Do not make me... I do not want to be a part of your wedding. I genuinely do not ever want to plan anything. I do not want to do it. It's so much work and so much money. And honestly, like, I'm not even the type of person that gets it fully, because why would you plan for so long and like spend so much money for like one day? For one day, there's 365 days in a year, and you're gonna spend like $1,000. I'm like just saying, like for like a regular party, $1,000 for a party for one day. Craziness. So just like, nope, never planning a party again. I'm never planning my birthday party again, because after that realization where it was just like, I don't matter that much. Obviously, my work friends that had to be mandated to work couldn't make it, and that is absolutely not their fault. Like, they would have been there if they could, but it was just like, oh, it just sucked. And then like my best friend, like if she had made it to my party, I honestly would have been Gucci. Not that the other ones didn't matter, but like she's like my bestest friend. Like, I love her so much, and me and her clicked right away because it was like her and I were the type of best friends that like did not need anybody else. We were like in our own world anyways, always. So, and I just like loved her through anything. Well, so just like if she had made it, she would have even made it better. And she knew the situation too. Okay, I do not matter nearly as much as like anybody else does. And yes, I did make it be on my birthday, so I did basically hand the reins over to make it be like, okay, it's not about you, but it was still my birthday, and it was still like no one really addressed it then, and it was like they had all like forgotten, and I just, yeah. So that is the time that I planned a surprise birthday party for my brother, and I got the shittiest end of the stick ever, and why I'm never planning another party ever again, why I will never be a maid of honor. Refuse to just make plans for my birthday party, because honestly something always ruins it. And next year I will tell the freaking tale of this year's birthday. So we're just gonna keep a tradition, right? Has anything ever happened like this for you? Have you ever been super disappointed by your birthday and you just refuse to celebrate it too? Maybe we'll try for 30, but doubt it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Only you can get me right. You